Carly, my firstborn, was the perfect baby. Had the cutest dimples. Even in the delivery room, I could see her dimples. She was like Little Miss Perfect as a baby.
Tony, when he was a baby, I remember how he never stayed still. He wake up, he got his bottle, and he has his fun, like being, you know, the little devil.
Carly never got in trouble that I can remember.
My brother, he was getting into so much trouble when we were growing up. Literally, it was like I had a free pass.
Which of these dog breeds is covered with spots? The German Shepherd, the Golden Retriever, or the Dalmatian? Carly.
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian is right at 25.
We used to live on a very steep hill. Our driveway was like a quarter-mile long of just straight down vertical drop. One year, Tony was riding down the hill on his bicycle. And of course, you know, going as fast as he can. It's not like he's riding the brake down the hill. Completely crashes, breaks his arm. He gets home, and my dad, who'd been warning him for so long, be careful going down the hill, go slow down the hill, you're gonna hurt yourself. He's furious at my brother for having broken his arm. So to prevent him from ever injuring himself again, he takes the bike and saws it in half. The irony is, it was my sister's bike. It wasn't even Tony's bike. Last year, my father was cutting some branches off a tall palm tree in his backyard and unfortunately slipped, fell, and shattered his ankle. Tony, who was working all the way on the west side, came as fast as he could trying to get to my dad's bedside in the hospital right as he was getting out of surgery. My father was barely, you know, conscious coming out of it, and you know, we were all worried about him. He was in so much pain, and my brother looked at him and said, "Dad, as soon as we get you home, I'm gonna take that damn ladder and saw it in half."
In high school, she was always very bright. She finished at the top of her class, was salutatorian at her graduation. She was involved in every activity she possibly could be. She took honors classes. She was on the pep squad. She was always very, very peppy.
Tony showed up, he wanted to play JV football as a sophomore. He was 5'4", 110 pounds. He got cleared, he came out for football, we put the helmet on him, and he looked like a bobblehead. The biggest thing on him was his helmet, but he came out and he went through all the conditioning, did everything everybody else did. And I can remember one day after practice, I went over and talked to Mr. Olivato. He was standing there, and he came up to me and he goes, "Mr. Marrow, I'm really worried about Tony. He's such a little guy. You got all these bigger football players out here. I don't want him to get hurt." And I looked around and I said, "Don't worry, Mr. Olivato, he'll never see the field." But Tony did end up playing junior varsity football for us, and made, I think his stats were 1 tackle, and then his senior year he became our statistician, so that's how he got involved in football.
Eric Bieniemy, and what a night he had. 20 carries, 275 yards, 4 touchdowns. He tied his own school record of 28 touchdowns.
Introducing our returning champions, the Lima family. Ready for action. Let's start the new Family Feud.
Why don't you tell everybody who you brought? Okay, I brought my lovely twin sister, Carly.
Hi, Ray.
Carly, also 15, right?
Going through high school with Carly was a very fortunate thing for me. We had a system down where I'd cough to get her attention until she knew, hey, Paul needs a little bit of help, a little mayday on this test. And so I'd, you know, kind of tap to see what number I needed help on. And this was A, this was B. And so when it was time to graduate from high school and go on to college, that was the first time Carly and I went our separate ways. Somehow I got through it. The grades were nowhere near where they were in high school, but as a matter of fact, I think the results would show maybe actually no A's in college.
Number 17, Mike Hansen. Number 22, Tani Alveto.
Wide open in front, Alveto putting on pressure. Alveto took the puck there. And boy, he got hit pretty hard.
Well, that's it.
Alveto took one there pretty good.
He took the brunt of that one, keep it out of the net.
He's a team player. That's why he's a team captain since 1988.
In a world where a boy just wants to play with his Play-Doh, this boy's creation will forever change the meaning of playtime. Welcome to Hotel Heck, where things inevitably go very wrong. From the people who brought you Trackside Light, here's a totally new type of action, claymation, motion picture horror event. Starring Pasta Gillette, the Clayvato team, and introducing Tony Alavato. Welcome to Hotel Heck, where checking out isn't an option. Coming this summer to a theater near you.
We're back at Hollywood Park. All eyes on the 8. Speedy Pick, owned by that man up there with the binoculars, far left of your screen.
That's his mama.
Yeah.
With the white hair there. That's Mama Alavato.
Outside, and Speedy Pick takes charge at the top of the stretch. He is now 2 lengths in front, and Speedy Pick has won it for TVG. And TVG stands for Tony's Very Glad.
Good son.
Look at Tony's mom right there, right? The woman with the gray hair on the right. Oh, look, this is her little son, you know, his first
Mrs. Alavato, you're going to win the Derby.
The first person he hugs, though, his trainer.
I hear all the time from Tony when I talk to him on the phone nowadays, oh, I just hit 2 big pick 4s this week, or I hit this pick 6. But it's never one that I've invested with. When I get a call from him who says, well, we got this big carryover, would you like to take a piece of a ticket? And I'll say, yeah, we'll take it, I'll take a piece. That's the last I ever hear, so it's all outgo as far as I'm concerned. But I've heard of Tony having much success with some of those big bets, but it didn't include R.D. Hubbard.
I think it's safe to say she's always had sort of an obsession with weddings, but she started out as a bride at age 2 for Halloween. She and Paul were bride and groom. She also modeled her grandmother's wedding gown at my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. I think she's always kind of had ideas of what she'd like her wedding to be like.
Tell me a place where you may have to sit next to someone you don't know.
A wedding reception?
Wedding reception.
I have a lot of concern about this wedding, and I have voiced it to the lovely bride-to-be and tried to give her my expert opinion of the mistake that she's making, but obviously love must be grand because she hasn't listened, and I just want to wish both of you the best and good times, and I hope it lasts for a year or 2.
If I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?